Hey, everybody, this is Jason Olthoff, and I help run a company called Legal Shield here in Great Falls, Montana. But you know what? I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what's passionate in my life and what I have a passion for, and that is to help out the nonprofits locally. So I decided here a few weeks ago to jump in. We got GiveGreatFalls.org. It's a Give Great Falls organization that is there's 50 nonprofits involved in this. And this is happening the first week of May. So I'm bringing on some nonprofits. We're interviewing, we're talking about some different things. We're talking about why are they relevant in today's society. COVID has been an amazing year, but a weird year also for nonprofits. When they used to do things belly to belly, going out talking to donors and things like that, they had to pivot last year. And you know what? Last year was the best year that they've had in many years doing something like this, just because people want to give and they want to support their community. And if they don't know what they can support in their community, they don't. They send their money elsewhere. So our goal is to show them what's here and keep the money here. So Thomas Risberg is here with me with Alliance for Youth. So Thomas, share with us a little bit. What is a 30,000-foot view of what you guys do here in Great Falls?
Thank you so much for having me, Jason, and very grateful, to Give Great Falls. These are great events and something that are uplifting all the nonprofits in our community. So the Alliance for Youth, basically, we provide services to vulnerable youth, and we have a range of parenting and mental health programs. We do drug prevention, and then we also run a group called the Sober Life, which provides free family-friendly activities to folks that are in recovery from addiction and alcoholism. And our big new program opening in June of 2020 of last year is our Youth Resource Center for homeless and vulnerable youth. And that provides all your basics, so food, clothing, hygiene products, laundry facilities, shower facilities for youth 13 to 20. And then where it really is a differentiator in moving our youth from surviving to thriving is it's a platform, a one-stop shop where youth can come and access all the services they need, whether that be medical, mental health, addiction treatment, employment, housing, the whole variety of it. And it takes out the logistics so they don't have to navigate the social services system. The providers come to them. So we're very, very excited about it.
Wow. So I just have a couple of questions in that I want to dig in a little bit. So we talked about reasons people give and wanting to give back to the community. You guys have a lofty goal. I've seen it on your site and different things, like $3 million, but you guys have already done $550,000 raised already to purchase a building and things like that. And now you got some capital improvements. You want to share maybe just a quick sentence on what is the next step as far as moving forward with the fundraising and what that money is available for?
Absolutely. So I first want to give a huge shout out to our community. I always say on a per capita basis, Great Falls has to be one of the most generous communities in the entire country. And the generosity has just been unbelievable. And basically there's going to be three buckets that the fundraising is going for. So one, broadly is around capital improvements. So we currently are needing to install a lot of things related to fire suppression for our new kitchen. That includes everything from a fire retardant wall with, it's steel beams, and then all kinds of new updated alarms throughout the building, as well as new furnaces that are not only energy efficient, but also required for new fire updates. So a lot going on around that. We're going to be repainting the whole exterior of the building, as well as putting in a basketball court for the youth to use outside, and then updating our backyard to make it a gathering spot for the youth to be able to use outside. So you have your capital improvements, and then we have our operational. So especially with COVID, a lot of the things going on, kids out of school, right? There's going to be what we call a woodwork effect coming up, where kids are coming out of the woodwork. They've been out disengaged since COVID. And so we're ramping up our programming, particularly around the remediation aspect, getting these kids that are either disengaged from school or have, been barely present to get them back up to speed, to set them up for success long term. And then the third component is sustainability. And so we all know that with the economy and there's variables, we need to ensure that this is around for decades to come for our youth. So we are building up a reserve fund. So those are the three major things: capital improvements, operations, particularly around remediation for the youth, and then for sustainability, a reserve fund.
Wow. Wow. That's good. That's lofty goals, but you know what? They're specific. They're, hey, this is what we need, and this is why we need it. Because, you know, what I've seen a lot of times with organizations, they raise money for something, but they don't think about the sustainability or even the operational side of things. What is it costing now to keep it going? I mean, it's great to have this facility, but if you don't have the resources to run it and to fix things and stuff, that's a huge thing. One thing I like, you talked about woodwork effect. I love it. Coming out of the woodwork. I mean, that's what's happening, you know, COVID, you know, kids are now coming out and they don't have a place to go. They don't know what to do. And you guys are there. So one last question as we wrap up. You know, you guys are doing a lot of things, you know, opening up the youth resource center and different things like that. What makes you guys qualified to do these programs to help? I mean, I never knew about how much youth homelessness there is in town. And from me talking with you a lot over the last few months, it's huge. So what makes you guys qualified to handle that stuff?
So first and foremost is institutional capacity, right? Alliance for Youth has been around for 30 plus years, handling issues related to substance abuse, to child abuse and neglect, to all aspects of youth health, right? And prevention work in the community. So we have the staff that have been doing this for decades. We have folks with lived experience that have struggled with abuse themselves, that, you know, were in the foster care system, that have struggled with addiction and alcoholism. So you have a team of folks that understand not only the social services systems, but also the folks that we serve. And I think they're able to build that connection. We deal with a population that is very skeptical and they're cynical. And so being able to identify with folks is the way that you're going to get them to stay in the programs and to be able to fundamentally change their lives. And then we have the technical expertise, right? We have folks that, you know, have law degrees that are able to do the administrative and financial background work to ensure that every cent that folks donate is being spent strategically and that we're getting results.
Wow. Well, cool. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited about the Give Great Falls, you know, that's happening here the first part of May. You know, that's going to be an exciting week for people to go out to one website and literally find a charity that they're passionate about, or find a number of charities that they're passionate about and give to each one, which to me is cool. It brings it all into one place. So as we wrap up here, hey, I appreciate everybody watching this interview. If there's anybody out there, if you know of a nonprofit that wants to participate in that, reach out to me or go on to givegreatfalls.org and they can set you up and making sure that we have you listed down as a nonprofit. If you want interviews done, contact me. I do these free just as a community service to push them out to people. So if you want that, please reach out to me and I can get that done. So with that, I thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Thomas, for sharing.
Thank you so much, Jason. Can't wait.